Hi, my name's Jake and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel I unbox cheap and sometimes slightly more expensive technology from places like GearBest, Amazon and AliExpress. In this video I'm going to unbox and review the K88H Bluetooth smartwatch which I bought from GearBest for about $44. If you like this video, please be sure to click like, comment and subscribe. At 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away 2 Apple Watch clones. Okay, I'm really excited to show you this watch. It's got lots of cool features and it's my favourite smartwatch that I've reviewed so far. Hopefully you'll see why in this video. Usually when I've finished reviewing these watches, I either give them away or stick them on eBay to get rid of them, but this one I'm actually going to keep. But there are 3 main features that really this watch has got that none of the others have had. So let's get on with the unboxing. Okay, so inside the box we have the watch presented quite nicely inside this little inset. We have a charging cable and the manual. Now the watch has got all this plastic on, so I'll just quickly take that off. So it's quite a stylish watch with this nice black circular face here. Obviously it's not an Apple Watch clone, it's just a sort of standard smartwatch, and I quite like this sort of shiny bezel here and then the matte metal on the sides here. It's quite nice. On the back of the watch we have the charging contacts here for the charging adapter and a heart rate monitor, and also somewhat strangely the speaker is on the back of the watch as well. This watch charges by USB, so it's got this magnetic charging thing which will only attach one way, and then the other end obviously goes in a USB port. And I quite like the strap on this watch as well. It's got this sort of black mesh strap. I believe you can also get a leather alternative and a chrome version of this, but this is quite nice with an adjustable clasp on it. All in all, the watch looks and feels well made. It feels solid and it's pretty heavy. Okay, let's turn the watch on and see what features you actually get. So you do that by pressing the crown on the side here. Now this watch does have the same annoying, really loud startup tune that a lot of these watches have, but by changing the ringing volume in the settings, you can actually turn it off. So this watch actually has a choice of 6 different watch faces. This is my favourite, this analog one, but if you want to change it, you tap on the screen for a few seconds and then you get this menu from which you can choose the different ones. And some of them are good because they've got like a battery indicator on, or I think there's a choice of a digital one as well. So really there's something for everyone here. So when the watch is off and you want to look at the clock face, you can press the crown on the side and the clock face comes up like this, but actually that's not the only way to get the clock face up, and this is the first cool feature on this watch. So actually if the watch is off and it's on your wrist like this, if you tilt the watch up to your face, there's actually a motion detector in the watch, and then if you move it away again, I don't know if you can see, but the watch is actually turned off again. Obviously that helps with battery life, and obviously it makes it easier just to glance at the watch and see what the time is without having to press the crown. Now this feature also works for going through menus, so you can sort of shake forwards, I think, to go through the different menus. Here we go, like this. It also works for accepting and rejecting calls. Now this watch also has some pretty cool health tracking features as well. For example, it has a pedometer, it has a sedentary reminder, so if you sit still for too long it'll remind you to get up and walk around, a sleep monitor here. This is the second smartwatch I've reviewed that's also got a heart rate monitor, so let's try that out. So if I start the heart rate monitor, you can see on the back of the watch there's this green light which somehow shines light into your veins or whatever and measures your heartbeat. Now it failed to measure my heart rate there, which is pretty good because I didn't have it on my wrist, but if I click retry here, it'll measure my actual heart rate. I don't know how accurate it is, but I suppose it does sort of confirm that I'm neither a robot nor running a marathon, so 48 beats, that's quite slow, isn't it, really? But yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. You can see it keeps a record of the measurements, which it also sends to the Android or iPhone app. So I've installed this Fundo Wear app onto my iPhone, and then by pressing these buttons here you can pair the phone with your watch. So this is the app that records all of the health tracking information, the distance you've walked, the number of steps and the number of calories burnt, and your sleep quality as well. It's also got a number of features that we've seen on a lot of these smartwatches, including a calendar, an alarm, a stopwatch, a calculator. So another cool feature that this watch has when it's connected to an iPhone is that you can actually use Siri through the watch. So if I press Siri here, so I'll ask it something. What is the weather like?
Today, the temperature will range between 8 degrees and 19 degrees.
Now that's the first time I've seen that feature on any of these smartwatches, and I actually think that's pretty useful and pretty cool. Now, like a lot of these watches, when it's connected to your Android phone or your iPhone, you can actually play music. You can use the watch as a remote camera trigger as well. You can also make calls from your iPhone or Android phone. So it's synced my phone book onto here, so I can make calls. Here we go, quite a nice. I find that basically everything on this is slightly better designed. Even the calendar is like a little bit smoother to use, a little bit more attractive than on some of the cheaper Bluetooth smartwatches. Now we get to the absolutely fantastic thing about this watch, the feature which I really think sets this apart from all of the others. You can actually receive notifications from an iPhone on this watch. Usually the notifications only work with an Android phone. Now unfortunately you can't access your text messages from your iPhone on the watch, but you do get a notification when a text message arrives, and you also get notifications from anything else that you get on the notifications list on your iPhone. So that could be WhatsApp, eBay, Groupon, or whatever other notifications you get, which is absolutely fantastic. Now I've got this watch set up to vibrate when it receives a notification, so if ever I get a text message from someone, I get a very subtle vibration notification, and when I then look at the watch, you can actually read the text message in the notification. So I'll just demonstrate that now. So I'm going to send myself this text message. This is a test notification. Okay, so I actually have got 10 notifications which I haven't cleared on here, but so if we scroll to the bottom of the list, this is a test notification. So there we go, and as you can see I've got loads of notifications on there, and if I want to clear them completely, there is a notifications tab on your iPhone, and if you just press the X and then click clear, so now you'll only get the latest notifications come up on the watch. In conclusion, yes, this is my favourite smartwatch so far, mainly for the motion sensor, Siri, being able to use Siri on your iPhone through the watch, and most importantly, the notifications that actually work with an iPhone. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe to be in with a chance of winning one of 2 Apple Watch clones. See you next time for another unboxing and review.